March 27th, 1999. Night over Serbia. A dark, angular aircraft slices through the sky, flying low over the Serbian countryside. No lights, no sound but the distant growl of its engines. A machine designed to be invisible. Inside the cockpit sits Lieutenant Colonel Darrell Zelko. Call sign, Vega 31. His mission tonight is precise and dangerous. Strike the Serbian Air Force Command Center in Belgrade, the very headquarters coordinating the defenses trying to stop him. He is not alone at first. F-16 Vipers fly nearby, escorting him through hostile airspace. Their missiles are built to hunt and destroy enemy radar systems before those systems can threaten the strike aircraft. Protection, support, security. Then the radio breaks in.
Escort flight abort mission. Return to base immediately.
Bad weather, changing conditions, the escorts must turn back.
Copy, returning to base.
One by one, the escort fighters peel away and vanish into the darkness. Zelko continues alone, no protection, no backup. If he is to survive, he must remain undetected, a ghost in enemy skies. Fortunately, he pilots the most advanced operational strike aircraft ever built, the F-117 Nighthawk. Its faceted design bends radar waves away from their source, making the 65-foot aircraft appear no larger than a tennis ball on enemy radar. Until now, it has flown mission after mission without challenge, but tonight will test that reputation. Far below, hidden among fields and trees, a Serbian anti-air missile battery waits. Its commander, Lieutenant Colonel Zoltán Dani, studies the sky with intense concentration. Serbian intelligence has warned him that NATO aircraft are coming. Dani believes tonight may be his best chance to destroy one of the elusive stealth bombers. He gives the order. Turn on the radar, sweep the skies. A P-18 early warning radar powers on. The screen floods with interference, clouds, rain, static, countless false signals. A chaotic blur. At its lowest frequency, the radar might detect stealth aircraft, but it also detects almost everything else. For long seconds, nothing. Then a faint movement, a tiny dot drifting across the mass of interference. Small, steady, heading directly toward them. Ne vidim cilj. I don't see the target. Moments pass. Vidim nešto, mala tačka. I see something, a small dot. Dani leans forward. Cilj je ovde. The target is here. Detection alone is not enough. He needs the targeting radar to lock onto the aircraft. Without that lock, they cannot fire. Time is limited. High above, Zelko approaches Belgrade. Inside the cockpit, instruments glow softly as the aircraft's computer prepares the bombing sequence. Every step is methodical, every movement practiced. Below, the Serbian crew scrambles. Uključite nishanski radar. Turn on the targeting radar. The system activates. Nemam zahvat. No lock. The radar cannot see the aircraft. Above them, Zelko closes in on his objective. Final checks. Bomb systems armed. On the ground, Dani watches the low-frequency radar carefully. The faint signal remains directly ahead. The target is there, but the targeting system still cannot see it. Seconds pass, then a critical moment. For just a few seconds, the aircraft's radar signature increases. The invisible becomes detectable. The Serbian screens suddenly flare. Imamga! Imamga! I have it! Praćenje uspostavljeno! Tracking established. Lansiraj. Launch. Two surface-to-air missiles erupt into the sky, racing upward in quick succession. Unaware of what has just been unleashed, Zelko releases his bombs. They follow their designated laser path and explode on the target below. He accelerates away and begins climbing, ascending to 6 kilometers. Then, everything changes. A sharp alarm fills the cockpit. Warning lights flash violently across the control panel. Missile lock. Zelko looks down through the clouds and sees them. 2 missiles illuminating the sky as they break through the cloud layer, racing directly toward him. He reacts instantly, pulling hard on the controls and forcing the aircraft upward in a desperate attempt to escape. The G-forces crush him into his seat. Warning tones scream continuously. The F-117 carries no chaff, no defensive countermeasures. Survival depends entirely on the pilot's actions. Time slows. The first missile closes in, then suddenly malfunctions, streaking past the cockpit canopy. A brief moment of hope. Then the second missile detonates. A violent explosion bursts beside the aircraft, releasing a cloud of razor-sharp shrapnel that tears into the left wing. The entire side of the aircraft is shredded. Fire erupts, lighting the night sky in a violent orange glow. Control is instantly lost. The aircraft spins wildly. Inside the cockpit, chaos takes over. Warning lights flash everywhere. Fire burns outside the windows. The landscape spins uncontrollably around him. 7 Gs pin him into his seat. Each arm feels impossibly heavy. Breathing becomes difficult. He understands the reality. The aircraft cannot be saved. Even ejection might kill him. But staying guarantees death. Fueled by adrenaline, he struggles against the crushing force, reaches the ejection handles, and pulls. The canopy blasts away. The seat rockets into the freezing night. For nearly 2 endless seconds, he free falls through darkness, barely conscious, believing the ejection has malfunctioned, that he is still inside the aircraft. Then he feels a sudden tug. The parachute opens. Below him, his burning Nighthawk tumbles away into the night. The violence is replaced by silence. He breathes heavily, overwhelmed by one realization. He is alive.
Man, Mom is not going to be happy about this.
But the danger is far from over. He is descending deep inside enemy territory. If he can land unseen, rescue forces may retrieve him safely. Then he looks up. His parachute is bright orange, impossible to hide against the night sky. He grabs his survival radio. Mayday, 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 Vega 31 going down. Vega 31, Magic copies your Mayday. State last position. Last position in aircraft. Point after target. He spots a ditch below as he descends, but the transmission ends as he hits the ground. He is now deep behind enemy lines. He runs immediately for the ditch he saw from the air. There he covers himself in mud, masking his scent, trying to disappear into the darkness while awaiting rescue. News of the downed aircraft spreads rapidly. Serbian forces mobilize immediately. Soldiers flood the area. Local police join the search. Civilians arrive with flashlights. Vehicles move along nearby roads. Search teams sweep the countryside. Everyone is hunting the American pilot. Lying motionless in the ditch, Zelko can only wait. Then he hears movement nearby, rustling, panting, sniffing. A dog approaches his hiding place. He slowly pulls out his knife. If he kills the animal, could he do it silently? Would the handler notice? Would killing it only bring more danger? The dog comes closer. After a tense moment, he decides to spare it, believing killing it would reveal him instantly. The dog suddenly turns and runs off. The night grants him another chance. His radio crackles again. Sandy 01 to Vega 31, over. His eyes widen. Rescue forces are nearby. Go ahead, Sandy 01. Vega 31, is it safe to come down there? He does not answer immediately. He carefully scans the surroundings. Flashlights move in the distance. Enemy patrols continue searching. Vega 31, if no response, we will try again later. Time is running out. He makes his decision. Yeah, okay, let's go for it. He activates his infrared strobe to signal the rescue helicopter. Nothing happens. The device has failed. He curses quietly. He has a backup signal, but it is far less subtle and far more dangerous. Enemy forces are getting closer. He cannot wait. He ignites a flare. Brilliant light floods the field, marking his position for the rescue helicopter and for the enemy. Serbian search teams immediately move toward the light. Snuff your flare! It blinds our night vision! Thinking quickly, Zelko grabs the burning flare and plunges it into the mud. Moments later, the rescue helicopter descends and lands directly in front of him. American rescue personnel rush out. How are you feeling, sir? Great, now let's get out of here. The helicopter lifts off, blasting the field with wind as it escapes just seconds before Serbian forces reach the landing site. Zelko is safe. That night, something unprecedented had occurred. A stealth aircraft, designed to be virtually untouchable, had been shot down in combat. Zoltán Dani and his crew remain the only team ever to accomplish this. Years later, Dani would describe the moment. Kada je pogođen, osjećaj je bio kao pobednički gol. When it hit, it felt like scoring the winning goal. The United States did not destroy the wreckage. Serbian forces recovered the shattered remains of the Nighthawk, and pieces of Zelko's aircraft are still displayed today in the Museum of Aviation in Belgrade. Zelko himself later expressed a desire to meet the man who shot him down, not out of anger, but respect. In 2011, 12 years after that night, the former enemies finally met face to face. Two soldiers, one shared moment in history. The end of the 20th century was filled with unforgettable military stories, but few capture the uncertainty of war like this one. Technology promised invisibility, training promised control, yet fate had the final word. On one night in 1999, the invisible was seen, and the ghost fell from the sky.
If you enjoyed this video, don't miss this one. Watch it now.